At the start of Football Manager 2024, you will find Wilfried Gnonto at Leeds United. He's 19 years old. He's played 11 times for Italy, scoring 1 goal. He's valued at £7.8 to £24 million and has a contract worth £13,250, which runs until 2027. Looking at his game, he can play across the midfield trio of roles, whether that be wide left, wide right or through the centre. He can also play as a striker. Looking at his playing attributes, his game is built really about his pace, his acceleration, agility, balance and natural fitness. In the mentals, he scores highly for determination, flair, work rate and bravery. And in the technicals, his game is about his dribbling with 16, finishing and first touch of 13, and his technique of 15. He comes with some player traits, which are moves the ball to his right foot before dribbling attempts and runs with the ball often. In real life, he is an electric player who loves to run at defences and can really terrorise the opposition. Let's see what happens as we move 5 years into his career. How will he develop as a wonder kid? It's now 2028, we have jumped 5 years forward and we find Wilfried Gnonto is still at Leeds United. He's now 24 years old and has still only made those 11 appearances for Italy. He's valued at £30 to £90 million and has a contract that runs through to 2032. Looking at his game, he seems to still be pretty much the same player he was 5 years ago. There are some small areas of improvement. If we look at the attributes, he now scores highly for acceleration, agility, balance, natural fitness and pace. In the physicals, in the mentals, it's all about his determination, flair, off the ball, bravery and work rate. And in the technicals, dribbling of 16, finishing of 13, first touch of 13 and technique of 15. He still retains his player traits, and if we look at his playing history to see how he has got on, so moving forwards with his Leeds career, they would be in the Championship at the start of the game where he played 34 times, scoring 11 goals. They would get promoted back to the Premier League and have been there ever since. He was nearly ever present in the first season, playing 37, scoring 8 goals. He then had a season where he dropped off a little bit, only playing 25 but scoring 3. In the next season, 36 games and 5 goals, and in the 27-28 season he played 37 times and scored 5 goals. So not really igniting the world in terms of his goal contributions, only a few assists, not many goals, but he is developing nicely as a player. As the first team football continues to come in, what will happen in 5 years' time? Will he look to get a move to a bigger club and go somewhere else, or will he stick it out at Leeds United and try and become a club legend? Let's jump 5 years further forward as we head to 2033. So we have jumped 5 years further forward, it's 2033, and we find Wilfried Gnonto is still at Leeds United. He's now 29 years old and still only has those 11 caps for Italy. He's valued at £30 to £91 million and has a contract that runs through to 2035. Looking at the player himself, his development has now peaked. There is no more to come from him, and he pretty much looks the same player that he did 5 years ago. And to be honest, I think it's a little bit disappointed the way he has turned out. He has so much promise. I thought he might look a little bit better. In the physicals, he still has an impressive set of physicals, apart from his jumping reach of 5. In the mentals, it's still his flair, vision, work rate and determination. And then in the technicals, he's still about his dribbling, finishing, first touch and technique. If we look at his playing history to see how he's been getting on with first team football, he has actually been a first team regular, playing pretty much every game in some seasons, including the 30-31 season where he played the entire league season. Only scored 10 goals as a highlight, and that was in back-to-back seasons in 30-31 and 31-32, and he does chip in with an assist here and there, but nothing to set the world on fire. So as he comes towards the end of his career, is there a move on the cards for Gnonto? And can he do anything if he was to get a higher quality of first team football? That is the big question. Let's jump 5 years further forward and see what happens in the final stages of Wilfried Gnonto's career. So it's now 2038 and we find Wilfried Gnonto has actually retired. He's now a scout that is unemployed. If we look at the playing history in the bottom left hand corner, we can see that he had a move to Lille before the end of his career. So let's go and have a look at those career stats to see what happened. So he left Leeds in the 34-35 season to go to Lille on a free transfer. He played in 2 seasons there, playing 31 times, scoring 5 and having 2 assists. In the 36-37 season, he played 19 times, scoring just the once. This is a player that is really confusing because in real life he's been billed as a big wonder kid, and in the game it's been said that he has a really high potential ability. However, he doesn't really seem to have hit the heights, couldn't get away from Leeds United, and it's quite strange to see him go through this career path where he stuck it out at Leeds for so long and didn't really come away with too much. Going to the milestones, look at his competitions he won throughout his career. Not a lot of them. In terms of Leeds, there was relegation, there was promotion, he was an FA Cup runner-up and a Coupe de France runner-up. In terms of awards, he will have been in a lot of team of the week and seasonal teams, but there's nothing really in terms of big accolades where you would have thought this player might have the potential to go and win some big awards. However, it doesn't seem to work out that way for Wilfried Gnonto. His career, like I said, just kind of fizzled out a little bit, and he may be a fantastic player in real life, but in the game, can't really say that I would be that satisfied with that career. I just think that there was so much more potential there. If he maybe would have got a move away from Leeds United, or I just don't know, if first team football could have developed him a bit more earlier on in his career, he really could have gone on to fulfil the potential. But not every game is the same. He may develop slightly different in your game. I still would take the risk on him early on in the game if you can sign him. But overall, I would give him a miss. I think his career has not worked out great at all. Right then, if you're still with me at this point of the video, firstly, a big thank you. Secondly, if you could hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, I really would appreciate it. Cannot thank you all enough for the support you've given me across the past couple of months. Before you go, don't forget to check out the rest of the channel. There are hints, tips, tutorials, wonder kids, a little bit of something for everybody on the channel. But for this one, I'm going to leave it there. Big thank you for watching. I'll see you on another video very soon.